Hey everyone, and welcome back to iPad Focus. The tech world is spinning faster than ever, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. We've got some seriously game-changing updates that you absolutely need to know about. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the news that's shaping our digital lives. From incredible recovery stories to mind-bending design leaks and software breakthroughs, we're diving deep into the innovations that matter most. Don't blink because you won't want to miss a single second of this. Let's get straight into it. First up, a story of how a tiny piece of tech turned a traveler's nightmare into a remarkable recovery. Imagine landing, only to find your luggage gone. But what if a simple tracker could lead you right to your stolen goods and even a surprising confrontation? This is more than just lost and found. It's a testament to how far tracking technology has come, and it's a wild ride. Next, we're peering into the future of one of the most anticipated devices, and the leaks are, well, they're certainly something. Get ready for a first look at a design that's pushing boundaries, with a case that's as talked about as the phone itself. Is this the next big thing, or a design destined for debate? You'll want to see this. Then, the moment many have been waiting for is almost here. Apple is putting the finishing touches on its latest operating system, with the final beta dropping just days before a major device launch. We're talking about a completely reimagined interface, supercharged AI features, and a seamless ecosystem experience. This is the software that will power your next generation of devices, and it's packed with innovation. Finally, we're taking a trip down memory lane, back to the very foundations of personal computing. A treasure trove of vintage programming books has been unearthed, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the early days of the Mac. Whether you were there or just curious, this collection is a fascinating journey into the history of technology. Stick around, because this is iPad Focus. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. A traveler's tech triumph, AirTag recovers stolen luggage. This story is a powerful reminder of how modern technology can solve age-old problems. A West Hollywood man experienced every traveler's worst fear when his luggage went missing at Los Angeles International Airport. However, thanks to the discreet placement of an Apple AirTag, his belongings were not only located, but also recovered in a dramatic fashion, involving lax police and an unexpected discovery. The incident highlights the growing reliance on tracking devices for personal security and peace of mind. The ordeal began shortly after Daniel Scott landed at LAX, arriving from Salt Lake City. After what seemed like an eternity waiting at two different baggage carousels, it became clear his suitcase was not going to appear. Instead of succumbing to the frustration of lost luggage, Scott decided to utilize the Find My app on his iPhone. His foresight in placing an AirTag inside his suitcase proved to be a critical decision. The app immediately provided a real-time location, showing his luggage was on the move, heading towards the ride-sharing pickup area. Scott rushed to the location, but he was too late to intercept his bag directly. Undeterred, he continued to track its progress. The AirTag's signal led him on a chase, eventually guiding him to an abandoned, boarded-up building. It was here that the situation took a surprising turn. Scott contacted LAX police, who responded to the scene. Upon arrival, officers used flashlights to illuminate the interior of the building. To their astonishment, they found an individual inside wearing Scott's own clothes. A subsequent search of the premises revealed his suitcase, described as slicked-up luggage, with his scattered belongings found across multiple rooms within the abandoned structure. The suspects were apprehended by the authorities, and Scott was able to recover a significant portion of his clothing. Reflecting on the experience, Scott shared his strong recommendation for other travelers to use AirTag devices, emphasizing their effectiveness in such situations. He also wisely advised against confronting potential thieves alone, stressing the importance of involving law enforcement. This incident not only underscores the practical utility of AirTags in preventing theft and aiding recovery, but also serves as a cautionary tale about personal safety when dealing with stolen property. Many travelers are now sharing their own experiences with tracking devices online, sparking a wider conversation about the security of checked baggage in the age of connected technology. Analysts are noting the increasing adoption of such devices as a standard travel essential. And that's just the beginning of our tech deep dive. But what happens when the tech itself starts to look as unusual as the problems it solves? We're about to get a sneak peek at a highly anticipated new device, and its accompanying case is raising some serious eyebrows. iPhone 17 Pro case leak, a bold, baffling design revealed. As anticipation builds for Apple's next flagship smartphone, leaks continue to surface, offering glimpses into the company's design philosophy. This latest revelation concerns the official clear case for the iPhone 17 Pro, and it's generating significant buzz, not entirely for positive reasons. The case, according to leaked images, features a design that is as unconventional as the rumored features of the phone itself, pushing the boundaries of what a clear case can be. The leak, attributed to prominent Apple leaker Majin showcases a clear case for the iPhone 17 Pro that deviates sharply from conventional designs. While it incorporates the widely rumored, significantly larger camera cutout necessary to accommodate the phone's advanced camera system, the most striking element is a large, opaque section on the back. This solid panel interrupts the transparency of the case, leading many to question its aesthetic and functional purpose. The contrast between the clear material and the solid white insert creates a visually jarring effect, with many observers deeming it an eyesore. This opaque portion is speculated to be a design element that aligns with a specific cutout on the back of the iPhone 17 Pro itself, possibly related to wireless charging technology or enhanced antenna performance. This leak follows a series of other intriguing rumors about the iPhone 17 Pro's design. Earlier reports suggested a departure from premium materials like glass and titanium in favor of a less expensive aluminum finish. Additionally, there have been whispers about the Apple logo's placement shifting from the center of the device. The combination of these rumored changes, a new material, a repositioned logo, and now a peculiar case design with an opaque back panel, paints a picture of an iPhone 17 Pro that is undergoing a significant design overhaul. Some speculate that this opaque section might house a specific component or a new antenna design, necessitating the non-transparent material. While the overall design of the iPhone 17 Pro is still subject to speculation, these leaks suggest Apple is opting for a more experimental and perhaps polarizing aesthetic for its upcoming flagship. This move, while potentially alienating some users, could also be seen as a bold step to differentiate the iPhone 17 from its predecessors, especially following what some perceived as an underwhelming iPhone 16 launch. The upcoming reveal is eagerly awaited to see if these bold design choices translate into a compelling user experience. Design enthusiasts and tech commentators are divided, with some praising Apple's willingness to innovate and others criticizing the perceived lack of elegance in the leaked design. The community is actively debating whether this Frankenstein aesthetic will ultimately define the iPhone 17 Pro's success. It's clear that Apple is not afraid to experiment with design, but innovation isn't just about hardware. The software powering these devices is also undergoing a massive transformation, and the final beta for the next major iOS update has just landed. iOS 26 final beta released, a glimpse into Apple's next-gen software experience. In a move that signals the imminent arrival of Apple's latest iPhone series, the company has rolled out the final public beta version of iOS 26. This release serves as the ultimate testing phase for the new operating system, ensuring a polished and feature-rich experience for users when it officially launches alongside the highly anticipated iPhone 17 lineup. The timing of this beta release, just days before the expected September 9th announcement, underscores Apple's meticulous preparation for its next generation of devices. Apple first unveiled iOS 26 at its Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, in June 2025, marking a significant shift in its software versioning strategy. Notably, the company skipped several version numbers, moving directly from iOS 18 to iOS 26, with the new naming convention aligning the version number with the current year. This change is intended to simplify user understanding and make the software more recognizable. The iOS 26 beta introduces a host of compelling new features and design enhancements. A standout development is the introduction of the liquid glass interface, a new design paradigm that aims to redefine the visual aesthetics and user interaction within the operating system. Beyond the visual overhaul, Apple has significantly bolstered its artificial intelligence capabilities. These AI enhancements are integrated across various system functions, promising to improve features like live voicemail transcription and call screening, making everyday interactions more intelligent and efficient. Furthermore, core applications such as music and photos have received substantial updates, alongside a renewed focus on seamless connectivity and interoperability across Apple's ecosystem, including iPhone, iPad, Mac, and VisionOS platforms. Users eager to experience iOS 26 ahead of its official release can enroll in Apple's public beta program. The process typically involves registering on Apple's beta software website and then downloading the update directly to their devices. Apple strongly advises users to back up their data before installing any beta software, as these pre-release versions can sometimes introduce bugs or performance issues that might affect app stability. Early feedback from beta testers has been mixed, but largely positive. Many have praised the innovative, liquid glass interface for its modern look, though its practicality in day-to-day use is still being evaluated by the wider community. The enhanced AI features and improved app functionalities are frequently cited as major steps forward, offering tangible benefits to users. Despite these advancements, occasional glitches and minor bugs remain a characteristic of beta software, which is expected to be ironed out before the stable release. The stable version of iOS 26 is poised to launch in tandem with the iPhone 17 series, signaling Apple's commitment to delivering a refreshed and more integrated user experience across its product range. This update is a clear indicator of Apple's ongoing efforts to push the boundaries of mobile operating systems. Audience impact. Early adopters are buzzing about the AI enhancements, while the liquid glass interface is sparking design debates across social media platforms. And speaking of Apple's journey, our final story today takes us back to the very roots of the Macintosh. We've uncovered a digital archive that offers an incredible look at the early days of Mac programming. Digital Archive unearths vintage Macintosh programming books. In a fascinating discovery for tech historians and enthusiasts alike, a comprehensive collection of early Macintosh programming books has been made accessible online. This meticulously curated digital library offers an unparalleled glimpse into the foundational years of personal computing and the development of the Mac platform. The collection, highlighted by John Gruber of Daring Fireball and shared by Michael Tsai, features over 150 books dating back to 1983, covering a wide spectrum of topics from AppleSoft Basic to game development on the Mac. The vintage Macintosh programming book library, as it's known, was assembled through the generous contribution of a collector named Nick R., who provided his entire vintage Mac programming library for a destructive scan to be shared with the public. The project's curators at vintageapple.org have supplemented this with their own contributions, resulting in an expansive archive. This digital repository provides access to seminal works that shaped the early Macintosh ecosystem. Notable titles include Apple's own Inside Macintosh XREF, a crucial developer resource, Steve Chernikoff's widely referenced How to Write Macintosh Software, and a 1992 edition of the Macintosh Human Interface Guidelines, which offers insight into Apple's design principles during that era. The library also features more specialized texts, such as Dan Schafer's 1986 book, Artificial Intelligence Programming on the Macintosh, a particularly relevant inclusion given the current surge in AI development. For those who did not experience the dawn of the Macintosh firsthand, this collection serves as an invaluable educational resource. It illuminates the experimental phase of personal computing, showcasing how users, developers, and Apple itself collaboratively explored and defined the potential of the nascent Mac platform. The books detail the technical challenges, creative solutions, and the evolving user interface paradigms of the time. For individuals who were active developers or users during the 1980s and 1990s, the library offers a nostalgic journey, potentially unlocking forgotten memories and rekindling an appreciation for the pioneering spirit of that era. The sheer volume and breadth of the content provide a rich context for understanding the evolution of software development and user experience design. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of the Macintosh and the community that fostered its growth. This initiative not only preserves a critical piece of computing history, but also makes it readily available for study and reflection, ensuring that the lessons and innovations of the early Mac era continue to inspire future technological advancements. Audience impact. Retro computing forums and social media are abuzz with excitement, with many users sharing fond memories and downloading the archives en masse. And that wraps up our dive into the past and present of tech. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day before you go. That's all the tech news we have for you today. We saw how an Apple AirTag turned a lost suitcase nightmare into a recovery win. We got a wild first look at the rumored iPhone 17 Pro case, and it's definitely unique. Plus, Apple dropped the final beta for iOS 26, getting ready for the iPhone 17 launch with a fresh interface and AI upgrades. And we took a trip down memory lane with a massive archive of vintage Macintosh programming books. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to iPad Focus for all your essential tech updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Let us know in the comments which story you found most interesting, and follow us on all social media platforms for even more tech insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.